more than you get
What's the mean? Good? Good. Ready to get back to the heat.
Yeah, a little chilly out there. Anthony, a lot of talk about Ryan Bader, and maybe if he gets by you, he gets a title shot. Where does Ryan Bader rank with some of the top light heavyweights that you faced in your career?
He's right there with the best. I mean, he's fought the who's who of mixed martial arts so far, except for Alexander and Daniel. I mean, he's in a 5-fight win streak, and he's legit. He's nothing to play with. You can't take him for granted.
Speaking of title shots, do you feel you get by Bader, you're right back in the mix? Should it be next?
I haven't thought about it at all. You know, there's been so much talk about a title shot for Bader. It hasn't crossed my mind what's next for me. I'm just here to fight.
Does the cold actually really throw you off your game? In all honesty, does that mess you up at all?
No, because whenever you want to fight, you're gonna fight, no matter how hot it is, no matter how cold it is. I'm not the Miami Heat that's gonna complain about cramping and all that. You know, during the big show.
But it's not like a shock to your system when you're in the heat of Florida and then you come here and you have to cut weight and things like that. I mean, basketball players don't have to cut weight. You do.
No, not at all. I mean, we're fighting inside, not outside, so it doesn't bother me at all.
How much do you weigh now? Is that rude?
No, 217. I'm good. Yeah.
Is it getting harder and harder when 4 or 5 years ago when you were just Anthony Johnson? Now you're in Rumble Johnson. To see you, and you got to go do this and that. Is it harder to focus on a fight, train for a fight when you've got all these pit stops to make and other stuff to do to add to your schedule?
I'm still Anthony Johnson. You know, just bigger, better, and more improved. But it doesn't get harder to train or anything like that. I'm actually more dedicated to training now and being true to myself, who I am now, than what I was back then.
Now, when you're in a big, successful team like yours, and then another big, successful guy comes and goes, and they switch teams, is it difficult for you? Does it take any good training partners away from you, or you still stick to what you do?
I stick with what I do. I train with my guys. I train with the big guys. I train with the little guys. Just the other day, I was training with a guy who probably, I think he fights it. He's like 120. I was training with him. It's not about really size or anything like that. You can still get in good work with smaller guys, you know. So we all work together. I don't try and kill them. They don't try and do anything stupid, you know. So we always just work together. So it's nothing but love at the gym.
How do you see this fight breaking down?
I don't know. I know he's going to try and wrestle with me. But once again, everybody thinks wrestling is my weakness. You know, but if he wants to wrestle, come on.
Takedown defense going to be the key?
Everything's the key. I just got to go in there and beat him up.
Anthony, before the Gustafsson fight, there was a little drama going into that one. A little drama going into the DC fight. Some drama going into the Manuel fight. This one has been drama-free, right? Nothing's been going on going into this fight. Have you noticed that? Has that been a nice break for you mentally?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, there's nothing else going on. It's just a fight. There's nothing else to talk about. And, you know, you've been annoyed about that. So I kind of feel like it's been different for you. It's been a good thing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Nah, I mean, I'm focused, man. You know what I'm saying? I got my guys here with me. My camp was good. I have no injuries. I'm 100% healthy. I'm just ready to get back home to the Heat with a nice check and a victory. That's it.
He's said this a bunch of times leading up to the fight, as has his coach, Aaron Simpson. They think that they can mentally break you, that you're a mentally weak fighter. Even Aaron was talking about you in college, and they were thinking about maybe having you at Arizona State. But this has been a thing against you, like the mental side.
I wouldn't have even considered Arizona State. So him talking about recruiting me was boo-boo. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell he's talking about as far as like. I heard, he's saying that they were talking about recruiting me, and he said he talked to some coaches and stuff like that. Hell, I didn't associate myself with anybody except my coaches, and I know my coaches didn't say that back then, So I don't know what he's talking about. He can say whatever he wants to say, We'll see after the fight. We'll see what the results are. They want to think I'm mentally weak. That's fine. Coming. I hope they go into the fight with that mindset, because they're in for a long night if they do.
And some would say, okay, if the fight ends early, that's to your advantage. If it drags, that's to his advantage. Does a part of you want to to take this longer so that you can prove you can go into the championship rounds?
All I can say is keep your hands up and your chin down. That's all I can say, because I can end you in any round I want to.
Anthony, Super Bowl, Carolina or Denver, and why?
You know what? My boy over there, he's a Carolina Panther hardcore, so I don't want to like get on his bad side. But you know, Demarius Thompson, he's from my school, from my town, so we're really good friends. I want him to win a Super Bowl. You know, it's the second time going there with the man himself, Peyton Manning. You know, he would make all of us. We're all proud of him anyway, regardless if he wins a Super Bowl or not. But then, you know, we got Cam Newton, who's also a Georgia boy. And Carolina also has another guy who's from the county next to mine. It's a really small town. I can't remember his name right now. But he's playing in the Super Bowl, you know, obviously. But whoever wins, I'll be happy for, man, because they're representing all of us. I don't know, I might go half Broncos, half Carolina Panther jersey. I don't know.
Perfect.
Anthony, just one more thing on the mental stuff for him. In the past, when he's gone frustrated, it hasn't happened as of late in his winning streak, but he's opened himself up. Like against Machida, he gets frustrated, gets knocked out. It's happened typically in all his losses, even though he's had a few. Do you feel like that could be something to your advantage? Like you say that people underrate your wrestling. If you stuff a few of those takedowns, then you'll be open for the knockout.
We'll see. We'll see if he gets frustrated. I have to go in there and do my thing. I got to be myself. I'm not going to fall into whatever he wants me to fall into. You know what I mean? You know, everybody think that, you know, he's just going to go in for a takedown. He's not that dumb to go in just for a takedown. He's definitely going to have to set it up if he gets a takedown. And if he gets in, he's going to have to work for it. You know, I got taken down, what? I think Daniel took me down twice out of 7 attempts or something like that. That's not bad at all against an, you know, an Olympian, you know. But still, everybody thinks that's my weakness. And if you think that's my weakness, cool. I'll let you think that. I'm going to keep knocking people out. Because you know why they got knocked out? Because they couldn't take me down. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see what happens.